Jupiter Indiges was a very ancient and mysterious divine title in Roman religion, closely connected with the deification of Aeneas after his death. According to Roman tradition, the Trojan hero Aeneas did not remain an ordinary mortal after he died, but was accepted among the gods. As a result of this transformation, he was given the name Jupiter Indiges. The exact meaning of this title is uncertain, but it is usually interpreted as the native Jupiter, the Jupiter of the land, or the ancestral Jupiter. The word Indiges in Roman religion was used to describe very ancient local deities or heroes who had become divine. Because of this, the name Jupiter Indiges shows that Aeneas had become not only a heroic figure but also one of the sacred ancestral powers of Latium. For the Romans, Aeneas was no longer simply a foreign hero from Troy. After his death, he became a protective spirit connected with the land of Italy itself. According to Roman legend, Aeneas disappeared in a mysterious way after ruling in Latium for many years. Some traditions say that Aeneas died near the banks of the river Numicus. Other accounts describe him vanishing during a battle, with his body never being found. This disappearance was interpreted as a sign that he had been transformed into a god. It was said that the waters of the river Numicus purified his body, removing his mortal nature and leaving only his divine essence. After this transformation, Aeneas continued to exist as a sacred heroic spirit and was worshipped under the name Jupiter Indiges. This story is considered one of the earliest examples in Roman tradition of a hero becoming divine after death. The title Jupiter Indiges indicates that Aeneas occupied a special position among the gods. He was associated with Jupiter, the great sky god, yet he was not exactly the same as the supreme Jupiter worshipped on the Capitoline Hill. Instead, this title suggests that Aeneas became a local protective deity. In Roman religious tradition, certain heroes after death became part of the group known as the Indigetes, local divine beings who protected specific lands or communities. Jupiter Indiges is one of the most important examples of such a figure. His cult was especially connected with the region around Lavinium. Lavinium, the city founded by Aeneas, was regarded as the main centre of the cult of Jupiter Indiges. Sacred places dedicated to Aeneas were believed to exist there. The Romans honoured Aeneas by visiting Lavinium and performing religious ceremonies. In the early Roman state, it became a tradition for newly appointed magistrates to travel to Lavinium and offer sacrifices at the sacred shrines. These ceremonies symbolize the connection between Rome and its Trojan origins. Through these rituals, Jupiter Indiges became one of the oldest religious symbols of Roman identity. The figure of Jupiter Indiges is closely connected with the foundation legends of Rome. Aeneas was believed to be the son of the goddess Venus, and therefore possessed a partly divine nature even during his lifetime. His transformation into a god after death was seen as proof of this sacred origin. The deification of Aeneas strengthened the belief that Rome itself had been founded according to a divine plan. The Roman people considered themselves descendants of Venus and a people protected by Jupiter Indiges. The Roman poet Virgil emphasized the divine destiny of Aeneas in the epic poem Aeneid. In this work, prophecies announce that the descendants of Aeneas will rule the world. Although Virgil does not always use the title Jupiter Indiges directly, the idea that Aeneas would join the gods is present throughout the story. Later, Roman writers described his deification more explicitly and connected it with the cult of Jupiter Indiges. Jupiter Indiges represents an important link between hero worship and the official religion of the Roman state. He is both an example of a mortal becoming divine and a symbol of Rome's sacred origins. For the Romans, the transformation of Aeneas into a god was as important as the later deification of Romulus. Stories of this kind reinforce the belief that the Roman state was protected and guided by divine powers. The title, Jupiter Indiges, reflects a very ancient layer of Roman religion. It probably preserves elements of older local religious traditions that existed in Latium before the rise of Rome. By receiving this title, Aeneas was symbolically integrated into the sacred world of the native Italian gods. A foreign hero from Troy thus became one of the divine protectors of the land. This idea fits well with the broader Roman tradition that Rome was created through the union of different peoples. Jupiter Indiges is also connected with the Roman tradition of honouring ancestors. In Roman society, the spirits of ancestors were regarded as sacred and protective. Since Aeneas was considered one of the earliest ancestors of the Roman people, his spirit was believed to possess special power. The title Jupiter Indiges can therefore be understood as a mythological expression of this ancestral cult. Although Jupiter Indiges does not appear in many detailed myths, the symbolic importance of the figure is very great. He represents the transformation of the Trojan hero Aeneas into one of the sacred ancestors of Italy. He was both a hero of foreign origin and a native divine protector of Latium. For this reason, Jupiter Indiges holds an important place in the legends explaining the origins of Rome.